Oh.
Woo!
So we went to like the old hotel to try to stop whatever hijinks were happening and potentially help AJ. I parked the truck like kind of away, like down in like a fishing area so we wouldn't get caught. But the stealth ended up not working with some bad rolls, and they knew that we were there. Once we got inside, we had a gun put on us and we were ushered into like the main room where they were going to perform our ritual. At this point, I flip phone speed dialed my mom and just left it on and started talking. And other people in the group started to play into that so Karina would hear that we were in danger. You took us into the ritual room where AJ was, and she was immobilized somehow, likely magically, maybe with drugs. I'm still not sure on that, but she couldn't quite move freely. Gun was still at us, and as they were about to really start performing the ritual, the cops pulled up and bust in with a full squad and myself and Rodney's mothers. They gave us all shock blankets, and we argued about whose car we were going to take. Fucking Jerry took my truck and drove it while we went in the Rodney family minivan back towards town. The cop car with all the Scooby-Doo bad guys in it got taken by the Hook monster or something else bad when we were about to go through the tunnel back into the town. I started freaking out because I didn't want to die to pass the boundary. We had a brief appearance of like the spirit of the forest slash lady in white, whatever you want to call her, and the fireflies. Everyone's mom was like, there haven't been fireflies here in years. We were like, yeah, a lot of reconciliation. Do you believe us now? Yes, we believe you now. Yada yada. We got to go to Arthur Lake, and there's a sword. Haha, symbolism. Did I miss anything?
That was awesome.
I am ashamed to say that I do not have a single note written. I just remembered that.
You missed the important parts about, how we were pretending that we were going to perform Phantom of the Opera and how it compared Rent to Phantom of the Opera but with AIDS.
I remember that now. I can hear you, Anita. I don't know about everyone else.
Yeah, I can hear you, but...
Pilot, can you hear any of us, or you just can't hear Anita? Okay.
There we go. Now you can hear me. Now you can hear me. It's because for some reason the microphone input was on, but it was invisible. But now you can hear me. Welcome. So yeah, welcome everybody to the Growing of the Dim, the final episode, not the penultimate episode. That was actually a very good recap of my long rambling mess of a campaign, and I appreciate that. You can have a extra point to go into a skill.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, you all head to Arthur Lake to presumably find a sword. But before that, I realized that we forgot to do intros. I'm kind of a mess today, if you couldn't tell. Hi, I'm Anita.
Do them at the end if you want.
We'll just do. Hi, I'm Anita, she, they pronouns, your storyteller for this evening. I'll pass it over to Max.
Max, they, he pronouns. I play Eli, hockey himbo, he, him pronouns. Take it, Becca.
I'm Becca, she, her. I play Rodney Baker, he, him, theater kid, token geek and loser that doesn't deserve to be in the group.
Lots.
That's verbatim, I think, has been said.
Karen.
I'm B. I use she, they pronouns. I'm playing Miss Ruby, who very much so believes in Rodney. Thank you very much. And here we go.
Normally we have Vin, he, they pronouns, who plays Tristan, they, them pronouns. And yeah. So the group of you are in the family minivan in the dead of night on your way to Arthur Lake. The one correction, though, to your recap is the tunnel is on the other side of town, and you are just about to pass through it now. So, you all are driving through the mountains. It's dark. As you had passed through the town, you saw that buildings were on fire. The looky-loos were out in the streets. All the buildings that had caught fire were buildings that were previously marked by Clinton. And the group of you cross over the bridge and drive. There's trees around you that just sort of wish past you in the darkness. You can see the occasional sets of eyes from woodland creatures, but they seem to stay off the road. And eventually you reach and you cross through the tunnel. What are you doing as you drive?
Our moms are both in there still, right?
Yeah, your moms are in the front seat while you bunch are in the back seat. Or I think it was
I think Rodney took
Rodney
the
was
front
in
with
Rodney
his
was in the front with
mom.
his mom, and then Karina was in the back with you kids.
Mm-hmm.
Because we were trying to have emotional moments with our respective mothers.
Mm-hmm.
You guys don't keep a rifle in the trunk of your car, do you? No.
You're Lisa is Rodney's
That's
mom?
Rodney's mom.
Yeah. Lisa
That's my mom.
goes, no. We keep the rifle locked up at home because, should we go back? Do you want us to go back? We can grab
no, I'm just gonna keep an eye on your six while you drive. You're fine. And I'm gonna Eli's gonna keep his head out the window and watch to make sure that nothing is following behind them.
And as you drive, make me a notice.
I don't have any notices.
Just roll me a d6.
I was going
Okay.
to say Ruby is also inclined to be looking for a lot of reasons.
I got it too.
Don't seem to see anything. Like I said, the occasional woodland animal. You might see a deer sort of on the side of the road, and at that point, Lisa slows down the car and makes sure she's careful to go around it and doesn't hit it. Ruby.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Ruby, you're also making a little notice.
Yeah, she's looking for lots of things. Oh yeah. It's a 5.
Occasionally, as you're driving and the road turns, at certain points the road is rock cuts because it's built into the side of the mountain. And you swear up on a high peak you see some eyes that are not animal.
I'm gonna watch them as we.
You're driving at about about
Okay.
55
Perfect.
through the rock cuts.
Got it. I wasn't sure if they were like up where I could.
So you
like-
go by as fast as you see them,
Gotcha.
they're gone.
Okay. All right.
Eventually, you make your way to the crossroads where the turnoff for Arthur Lake is, and the road's empty as you drive. In fact, I wouldn't say the road is empty. The only vehicles that you see coming in to Hobbs Fall are emergency vehicles from other towns. Fire truck passes by, an ambulance passes by.
That's probably
Some
good.
police vehicles pass by, going towards the town.
Okay. There's nothing we can do about that, right? Just keep going.
Yes, yeah.
Just kind of watching them.
Emergency vehicles being present, like, probably isn't a bad thing when like half the town's on fire.
I just hope they get there.
And your
Yeah.
mom turns onto this back road. You've gone from the mountains and you've gone down to a low-lying valley, which is where Arthur Lake is. It's settled into one of the valley regions, and you turn down this road. The trees in this area, they don't always look super healthy, and it does kind of have like that little bit of a creepy feeling to it. You can see like on one side of the road, in a spot where the sort of jack pines are looking like they're worse for wear and not die. You do see a herd of elk off to the side. But you keep driving until you hit another stop sign, and your mom turns left again.
Are we going the right direction?
Yes, it's
Okay,
a little bit
okay.
of a
Just
backwards way to
making
do it.
sure
There's a
we're
four-way
not, like-
stop. You turn left, and then you keep going down that road. But then
Okay.
you have to turn left again because it's directly south of the town. So it's like it's kind of like a box that you got to do.
Okay.
There's no direct
It's a big
sort
old
of route to it.
U-turn.
Yeah, it's kind of like a big old U-turn. There's no direct. It's kind of like Arthur Lake. A lot of people. There's people that live on the lake because it's like, it's good for boating or whatever. But it's not a lot of people. Like, there's like houseboats that go on the lake, and there's like that sort of thing. But, and eventually, you reach this old bridge. And it is the one that leads you into there's the marina on Arthur Lake. It's an old wooden bridge, and only one vehicle can fit across at a time. And your mom, there's a small bump as Lisa's pulls the van onto it, and you all slowly go across. This time of night, there's no one around. And your mom's just sort of looks and says, so where exactly are we going?
Was there a church at Arthur Lake?
Well, the church that was at Arthur Lake it's up in Hobbs Fall now.
But like, where was it?
Where was it?
Yeah.
Your mom thinks. Lisa thinks for a second. Well, there's an old fence line. I think that's all that's really left of Arthur.
Mm.
We want to go there?
Good place as any to start.
Yeah. So,
Okay. And she pulls off the road. The marina would have been one direction, but she pulls down this sort of side dirt road that looks like it's an old logging access road. And there are tall trees that surround the vehicle on either side. It's dirt, and it's very bumpy for this little van to go. And eventually there is a barrier, and the road stops.
Let's see if we can get it open. I'd rather be in a van
Okay.
to drive, but do you guys think
Yeah.
so? Like maybe
I
we
mean,
can get it open?
It's like just like a gate.
It is an old gate. There is a rusted lock on it.
Okay. Oh, yeah, like
If you have something blunt, we may be able to break that if it's rusted.
Mm-hmm.
oh, I can
Ruby, I
try
think you got a
picking
tire
it.
iron on you.
Yeah, I do. I have like a big that my uncle lives in. Yeah.
If I remember
So-
correctly from your backpack inventory.
Well, I think we picked that up along the way, but it's we've had
And
a rough
you also
week.
have a
These
fire
kids.
axe on you too.
Oh wait, and we have a fire axe. So Ruby will just take the wrench that she's been carrying and just give it a whack. And hope everybody you just watch my back.
Roll me athletics.
Okay. I got a 6.
It wasn't hard. Easily done.
Okay.
It's rusty. Don't waste your points.
It's rusty and
Okay.
it just it gives way like one good crack and it just falls apart. And then you pull the chain off. If you want, you have a length of rusty chain now.
Hell yeah. Ruby's gonna run. Yeah, we'll grab it. We'll need it. And then should we leave it open or shut it behind us?
I don't.
Leave it open in case we have to get out.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the whatever it is going to be more focused on the town. Probably.
I don't
Get,
think
like,
people
finally
are coming
getting
for
its
us
guns.
anymore. Okay. All right.
I hope at least.
Back in the van.
And it's real bumpy. It is not a comfortable ride down this road. It's not well maintained. There's large rocks and divots. Actually, speaking of, give me a D6 for.
My mom took a driving roll.
Yeah, your mom's gonna have to make a
Mom.
driving roll.
Mom, please.
There. Yeah. Your mom is like, I really hope that there's a place for me to turn the van around on the way back. And there's a large bump, and eventually you go downhill for a good ways, and eventually you do make your way to sort of it's a little bit of a silt flat just before the lake opens up, and you can see the fence post.
Okay. Do we kind of just still looking? All right.
It's kind of like you do see the lake. It's there. This is kind of like let out into like a little bit of a low-lying flat land sort of area. If the area, like, because the river does sort of fluctuate, so the water level does go up and down a little bit. This area could be flooded in like the next couple days or so, depending on how the dam usually does things. But right now it's low-lying, it's flat, and you can see the lake off. It looks like there was a couple kids that had a party here at one point. There's some grad parties that would have probably taken place around here. That rager from the other night that y'all missed. There's like some old fires, some beer cans that have been abandoned down here.
Littering isn't cool.
Yeah. But
Okay.
you can see the lake. It is dark. The moon is, let's see. Also, I'm just trying to think of what day it is in game.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, after the hockey game.
It is after the hockey game.
So that would be the Tuesday of that week.
It was after the hockey game, and then there was a day that occurred after that, and the investigation to get. You realize at this point, Ruby, your watch beeps. It's midnight on the 15th. Happy birthday.
Doesn't say a word. Not a word.
Gross sobbing.
Tristan's not here to remember, so we're good.
At this point, Tristan's been in the car with you. They've just been a little bit quiet this whole time, and Tristan sort of gives you a little bit of a nudge, and says, "Hey, happy birthday, Ruby."
Yeah, let's if I make it through the day, then it can be a birthday, right?
I guess.
But
Ruby,
thanks.
it's your birthday?
Yeah.
Oh, sick. Happy birthday.
You're
Awfully
Yay.
big of
you're
them to
18
try to
right now, or are you
destroy the
19?
town on
Yeah.
your birthday.
18.
18?
Yeah. $18. I always thought my mom would be around for that, huh?
So yeah, you are all standing on the lakeshore looking out at the lake. What do y'all do?
Ruby will take Tristan's hand and just kind of squeeze it.
He gives you like they give you a little nudge on the shoulder.
If you were a sword, where would you be?
Is there a boat rental on the lake? Do we see any fortuitously placed
The
rowboats?
marina was on the other side of from where you went. It would have been further down the road to the left instead of to the right.
Gotcha.
That was like the closest bit we got to the actual town itself.
Yeah.
I think the sword was in like some rubble of the town, right?
There is a old fence post from what looks like some farmer's property that you can see that sort of goes down into the lake.
Should we follow that?
In the water?
Get a flashlight out and just kind of shine it around. Feeling a little nervous.
You're Lisa and Karina. Do you want us to come with you, or do you want us to wait at the van? Keep it running for you. Like,
Probably
this
that.
isn't really made. Karina's like, looks at Lisa and is like, I should probably, I can go with you in case one of you gets. Why are we? This seems a little. What's supposed to happen here?
Mom, I don't want you to get hurt. So
Well, I don't want you to get hurt.
I'll be fine. I got it. We've been doing this all week. I'm like an expert by now.
You're supposed to be ground. I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that.
Maybe if I like touch the water, maybe like the lady of the lake will emerge and present the sword dramatically to me. But
You know, I tried to learn a thing for her, but I still don't know if I have all the words down, and I don't even know if I don't really know if it's gonna help right now.
What is it? What would you?
Ruby's gonna get the book out while they talk.
It's just some passage I had to learn for English class, but it's from a Shakespeare. I like kind of know it. I got a B.
How low are you all on points? I'm asking from the GM's perspective. So I'm thinking it's the finale, and it Really, you really all haven't had that much time to rest since your kind of harrowing ordeal.
Not awful.
So I'm gonna say no resetting on the points.
Right.
Yeah. The only thing I'm really down in is athletics, but I still have like half of my points from last
Me
time.
too. That was my only concern. I was like, because if we have to run.
If you have to run or fight.
Yeah, mine was fleeing.
Oh yeah, you still have scuffling. You
Yeah.
still fight.
My stability's been useful.
I might
So
start
far.
asking for stability checks, honestly.
Yeah.
I realized I forgot about that mechanic and I need to start using it more.
Start using it right here last time.
You're all just wonderful role players, and I want to make sure your characters live. What's wrong with me?
I love it.
So you
Let me
all
get my
approach
chain.
the lake, or
I'll approach the lake.
We stay together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna recite Shakespeare to the lake? Is that what your plan was gonna be?
I mean, do you really think it will help, Rod?
I mean, I don't know. She didn't really give us like an
Like she was
what,
she was just here. Like it's kind of like a last resort thing. Like I want to die with my dignity, man.
what's not okay. I know this is like we're doing a lot of stuff right here, but what's not dignifying about Shakespeare?
Bro,
What?
does anyone have any other ideas on where the sword is? How?
I'm gonna touch water.
Yeah.
Put
How
my
clear
hand
is
in
the
it.
is the lake water like super filled with algae, or is it like kind of
The-
clear?
because the water level fluctuates in this lake, like it recedes and then it raises depending on how the dam, how much water the dam is inputting or outputting. Usually in the winter, it's like really low. You can just walk on a lot of the lake bed, and there's like a small river that goes through. Right now, it's getting to a point where it's getting full for the summertime. There's a lot of driftwood and debris. It's not a clear lake because the water level fluctuates so much. It's kind of like this in the
Not
daytime. It's
natural.
kind of like this murky green color. And at nighttime, it is black, pitch black.
Can we see the ridge from here?
Um,
Firewalker Ridge.
you can.
Did we bring binoculars? I don't remember.
If we have it, it's in your bag.
It's not. I mean, I didn't pack binoculars,
Did you
but I
take
don't
the
remember.
binoculars from Eli's house?
We said that we were and I think I used them there, but we said we went back for supplies. I just don't
If
remember.
you spend a point for preparedness, I'd say
I'll do it.
you have.
Spent.
Okay. It's easy
So,
enough to see Firewalker Ridge from here. It's
Mhm.
one of those mountain ranges, and you are due south of the city-ish. You're like kind of south by southeast. From this angle, Firewalker Ridge actually looks like a woman in repose. It's very interesting to see.
Oh,
It looks like a woman lying on her back. You can see like the slope of the nose, the chin, going to the chest, and then a knee, and then it goes down. Might be another reason why it was called the Firewalker.
How cold is the water to the touch?
It is quite cold, in fact. And as you touch it,
Uh-huh.
you do have that same vision
Great.
of the underwater city. And in its center, a sword.
Center.
Are there like any details that I can pick out of like the area around it, or is it just like the
Rodney,
very center of it?
Make me
Yeah.
a stability check.
Okay.
Remember when I said I was going to start using those?
Yeah, I rolled a 1. I'm gonna
And
Oh, I took
spend-
10 points in that apparently.
Yeah,
It's
I
still
don't
good
know.
self. Good job. Great.
I took 7. I'm gonna spend 4 of them to get to a 5.
Okay.
Right.
You have been in a lot of situations that you don't quite understand and you can't quite explain.
Okay.
You've encountered a strange being that seems to have imbued you with these visions, and in this moment, as you touch the water, it ripples at your finger, and it spreads, and it continues to spread, and deepen, and open, and the waters begin to part. I want everybody who sees this to make me a stability check.
Yeah, I'm watching. Let's see how this goes.
My Jewish ass is about to go.
4. I'll throw in 3.
I
To
got a
make it
6.
a
Go
7.
ahead. I got a 6. I'm gonna throw 2 to make it an 8.
Lisa is fine. Karina just sort of crumbles to the ground. I don't understand. I don't know what I'm seeing. I don't get it. And at that point, Karina just Lisa goes up to Karina and is just like, it's okay. It's okay. And sort of ushers Karina into the van.
That's probably for the better, right?
And
What?
the waters open up and you have a clear path. On the
Kind of looking around. Is anybody watching us? Like, we've been here a bit. I'm starting to get a little paranoid.
Make me a
My
notice
throat's
check.
going. Excuse me.
Okay.
That's a 2. Notice is weird, right?
Mhm.
Because it's not a regular one.
You can spend points into it.
I'll just leave it as the 2 because I only have 1 left.
Don't seem to notice anything.
Okay.
What you notice is you do notice a clear path that leads, and I think further off into the distance you do start to see buildings.
Well, we've come this far. Let's do this.
Mrs. Baker, he's looking for his wallet. He goes, if she freaks out more, he has like way too much stuff in his wallet. He's looking through it. This is our insurance card.
Lisa takes it and says, yeah, if worse comes to worse, I'll make sure that she's okay. And
Okay.
she's sort of like grabbed a blanket out of the back and has like wrapped your mom in it to like stop like shock from setting in. Your mom is like just sort of like not quite understanding or comprehending what she's seeing or what she's seen.
Hey, it's totally, it's fine. You're fine. It's fine. We're fine. I will kiss her on the cheek.
Yeah, your mom just sort of nods and gives you like a little pat on the cheek and says, takes a deep breath and sort of steadies herself. Once you were there, that sort of source, like, we had this talk earlier when we first made characters about sources of stability, and
Mhm.
your mom is one of yours, and you are one of hers. And she's just like, okay.
Don't look at me.
Don't with me. She sort of steadies herself, and she feels a little bit better since you've comforted her. And she's in the car and turned away from the sight of her son walking off into who knows what. So yeah, you all step onto the path.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think it's
and-
very Wizard of Oz
yeah.
as we do it too. Like
You don't
we're
want to start me on the Wizard of Oz. Oh,
together.
It's kind of like muddy, the bottom of a lake bed. And you walk and your feet make that really gross sloshing noise.
We all have flashlights because we stopped and got them.
And those flashlights, it's weird because you can see these curtains of water. And as you walk, you can see the faintest of movement behind those curtains. Not fish.
why would you say that?
Not fish.
Not fish. Occasionally you see a hand pass by. A face pass by.
Squeezing hands.
Everybody just keep walking forward. Just don't look at it. Don't acknowledge it. Just keep moving. While we're at it, we can talk about when and where Rodney learned how to part the Red Sea. What the fuck, dude?
Rodney is like taking like 3 sticks of nicotine gum and just like shoving it in his mouth. Like, I don't know. My Juliet in the woods. I don't know.
So you did that and you don't know?
No, I just touched the water.
Ugh.
Ugh.
All right.
You got
And
talent, man.
This narrow corridor opens up at one point to this town square and the buildings, old, dilapidated, rotten wood, and the drippings of, you can see, like on the ground as you walk, you see algae that are like little sea weeds that have been sort of flopped down, sort of lifeless on the ground. And you see those same bits of seaweed sort of draping on these, like listed settlement is sort of like rushed into these doorways of these buildings. Like I said, the wood is old and rotten, and you can sort of smell that like tangible, like wet. Everything smells like, it smells like a damp lake, or like a wet dog. There's another scent, and it's definitely one of rot and decay. And in the center of this town is a singular fountain, and in the middle of it a rusted sword.
You gotta go pull that, dude. It's not gonna be one of us.
Okay. Oh, I mean, yeah. Okay. You're gonna be like near me though, right? You're gonna like stand near me when I pull this
will stand guard right next to you. But if
Okay.
one of us is gonna be the chosen one,
I don't want to be the chosen one.
Well, you split the lake, Rodney.
Yeah, maybe that was like my bit, and then we all get different bits.
All right. What
I
if
don't know,
we what if
what's
we
a
all go
strange thing?
90s movie on it and we all put our hands on it and try to pull it up?
Tristan goes, "We have bits now? Is that something that we do?"
I don't know.
You've got this.
I mean, like, one of you want to take that? Wants to take the sword? I mean, Rodney had his conversation with his Juliet or whatever. I don't know.
You know, Eli, you know how to swing a stick.
It's just a stick, though. I mean, I've never really been anything special. You should go try it then.
Really? Tris?
It's like, don't look at me. I'm not touching nothing. I'm not gonna touch
All right.
that.
What have I got to lose? Okay. And she'll just kind of stomp up there in her Doc Martens and mud everywhere. And all right. She'll kind of look around nervously and then just reach in and grab it.
As you walk towards and you stand on the spot where the sword is, it's kind of like this tall central dais, and there is the sword that's sticking out of it. As you walk towards it, your eye line kind of breaks from part of the building, and as you look, you see your mother.
I know she's not real. I know she's not real. I know she's not real. Just gonna kind of.
Hey, Rubykins.
I know she's not real. No, she's not real. Get the sword.
Honey.
Get the sword. Get
Honey.
the sword.
Ruby,
Yeah.
I don't know what you see, but she's not there.
You all see.
Oh, shit.
You hear, at least, and as your eye lines sort of cross, you do see this figure.
You're my imagination. I don't see you. And Ruby's starting to say it louder as she's walking towards the sword, like trying to.
No, honey, it's okay. You don't need to be scared.
Kind of turn, still walking.
It's
Uh,
just this place. It's where lost things go. Do what you gotta do. Just know that I'm proud of you.
Are you really here? I thought I saw you, and
I'm never gone, hon.
Who's my father?
She looks down for a sec and she goes, does it really matter?
But who is it?
Calvin Harkness is knocked me up, but
Ruby's just gonna.
You know who your dad is.
Like start walking towards her. Like, does she look?
She looks exactly as you remember her, and not in that faint, like waking dream memory.
Mm-hmm.
She looks like she did the day that she left.
Guys, do you see?
Do we see her or do we just hear her?
You see her now. And you see emerging from the water figures. Hundreds of people. All walking in. Different times, different places, different people.
I get it, I think.
Ruby's gonna swoop the sword. She's just gonna walk over and grab it. Because that's why we're here, and then walk over to her mom.
Hey, Rubes. And she sort of touches your face, but her hand is cold. And almost there's this slight electricity to it. Like static.
Do you know what today is?
It's your birthday. You were born at 8:15 in the morning, and it was 36 hours of labor. And if you had gotten old enough, I would have never let you forget that.
I wish the twins were here. And she's just gonna hug her.
And as you do, she almost sort of dissipates into mist, but you feel that warmth. She says, "I'm never far." And fades, and all these souls begin to turn to mist around you.
I love you.
You feel it. She doesn't say it.
Ruby's kind of frozen.
And sorry everybody. Why you gotta get me with that? Okay, back on track. These souls turn to mist around you and begin to fill this space. And you begin to hear the rattling of chains. And you can feel the trickling of water at your feet.
I think we gotta go.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Emerging from the water on the other side is a tall figure, impossibly tall. 8 foot at least. Massive goat horns and a hook on each hand. And Tristan looks at you all and says,
Oh no.
You gotta go. You gotta go. I'll hold.
No.
I'll hold him off.
No,
and
no,
he
no, no,
grabs
you
the
gotta
axe.
go.
No.
And
No,
Tristan
Tristan.
runs
Tristan.
as the water begins to sort of rush in. The last you see of Tristan is the water rushing in around them.
Ruby starts to like run towards him.
There is a wall of water, and it begins to start to flow towards you.
Shit.
I'm gonna pick up Ruby and take her.
And I think the last thing that Tristan says before he runs is, I guess this is my part. And you all are going to start running.
Yes, please.
I'm not even going to ask for fleet checks because this is dramatic and appropriate. And all of you make it out just as the water crashes around and you land on shore.
Ruby just falls to her knees crying.
And your mom's, Lisa runs to all of you. Are you, is that a sword?
Yeah, we got a sword, Mom. We found it. So cool.
Okay. Oh, um, let's, what are we? And you all hop in the van and begin to head back towards town, I guess. Where's Tristan?
Is there like a navy thing for like a lake that we can like call to like?
He
It's a small town.
protected us. He's why we got away.
Okay. I'm gonna. Jeez. Okay. Ooh, okay. Your Lisa just doesn't quite know what to say or how to process, and you all hop in van, and it's a very silent ride back to town. And all the way, you feel like you can hear that rattling of chains.
You guys gotta let me out of the car.
And Lisa pulls
Why?
off to the side of the car real quick. And your mom.
What are we doing?
It wants me. It's been following me
No,
since I was a kid.
no, 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 no.
It's you can hear it, can't you?
So then it's following us too. If it was only following you, only you would hear it. I'm pretty sure.
Well, no, that's not how hearing works.
Well, then
Seriously, just
I
let me
take
out and I'll
the
go the other way.
sword and we finish it, right? That's what we're supposed to do with this thing. That's why we lost my best friend, right? So we could get this sword and take out this monster, right? So let's do that.
You're on a roadside stop. Lisa listened to you and pulled over to the side, thinking that you might have needed some air. And your mom says, "What do you mean, honey?"
It's the thing! The hook thing from Halloween!
And she grabs you and she just hugs you.
It was there, ma'am.
No, I'm serious.
No, I
It
know
was
you're
real.
I know you're serious, honey. I know these things are real. But we're gonna figure out a way. I don't know how. I don't know why, but we're going to figure out a way to fix this, okay?
We're not losing anybody else. No way. Do we have any idea, Rodney, where we need to go? Is there like a ceremony? Should we go to the theater?
I don't know. Wherever the creature that came from the woods. I don't know. For dramatics, it could be at the theater. It could be at Clinton's cabin. There, like the gazebo. There's a lot of places where dramatically it would make sense for the story, but it's not a story. So I don't know where to go.
Well,
I needed that. Thank you.
Love that.
away games always suck. You don't want to fight it on its own turf.
It seemed like we were pretty protected when we were in the theater, right?
I think we should go there also.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Lisa says, "You mean the one that's in the woods out behind our place?"
Yeah. The theater.
Yeah.
Well, if we're going home anyways, I guess I can get the gun out of the safe.
Yes, that would be good. But what if... Is the narrative still trying to stop us, do you think? Because if the narrative still got my dad, then...
Your
Right.
mom looks for a second. If Karina and I believe in the things that you all believe in, and that stands to reason that I don't know what this narrative is, but is there any sort of, like, I'm trying to think of what's like a general intelligence sort of like thing.
I have occult studies, if that counts.
Hey, heck yeah. Give me that.
Okay, great.
Give me
Cool.
that. Let's
Is it
let
one
you
of the
roll
ones
that
I?
thing. Roll that
Is
beautiful
it one of the
pretty
ones
good.
I roll? One of the ones I get to roll?
Yeah, spend me,
Or is it
how
a
many
spend
points
the
you got
point
in it?
one? I have 1 point.
You can spend
Oh,
me
yeah,
that
'cause
point. You can spend me
I'll
that
spend-
point.
Special ones.
I'll spend you my 1 point in cult studies.
If your parents, like if your mom and Eli's mom believe in this and believe what you're saying is real and see what you're saying is real, it's possible the narrative is broken, especially with the death of the main
Mm-hmm.
people
Everybody.
involved and their sources of power burning to the ground.
Yeah, I think it was like the mayor and stuff who was yelling at us through our people.
And you also realize that, yes, the um, the theater is a protected space, and it might have enough power to seal whatever this is.
I'm gonna look at the sword for the first time. We really haven't been paying any attention to that. Kind of just realizing that it's in my lap.
Yeah.
Kind of pick it up and
It looked rusty at first from the distance when you went to grab it, but as you pulled it out, there is this strange, beautiful, silvery sheen to it. And you see pictograms on it. That outlay some sort of strange ritual. Maybe it's something to seal it. If you pass it over to Rodney,
Yeah.
in that moment, you know exactly what you need to do.
We need to watch Rent.
We can
And
do
it is
that
not watch Rent.
Damn it.
later.
Rodney, if we live to see tomorrow morning, I will watch Rent with you as many times as you want.
So, that'd be cool. What does it actually say?
It says that a protected space needs to be set up. You have one already.
Right.
Runes must be drawn at the periphery of this space. The creature needs to be invited inside. This is the dangerous part. So much like the original ritual to invite the creature in, one of the symbols that you had made in town to draw the thing within needs to be created in the center of this space. And then when the time is right, the runes should seal it in and weaken it enough so that the sword can be plunged into its chest. And the heart of the creature needs to be placed in the center, much like the elk heart was, in order to complete the ritual and banish it. Because otherwise this thing will reform. Mechanically, this is going to be a series of tests.
Okay. So whoever
Yeah.
draws the middle one's going to be the one to do the swording, right?
Yeah, I got it. Was never good at art, but like you said, I'm a little bit better at swinging sticks around. Than the
And Ruby, you've got the notebook still in your backpack, and you can pull it up.
Yeah.
You can find the.
Start comparing.
You can, yeah. I don't know. A lot of the runes are very similar.
Okay.
that
So start.
motherfucker would have been helpful right now.
Well, maybe. Yeah.
Let's book it then.
Mm-hmm. We'll go through all
Get
this.
this up.
Get the
Just
gun.
driving.
Go to the theater.
Mm-hmm.
Your Lisa is going to drop you all off at the Baker or family residence, and is going to run inside. Is going to grab a key from a hidden place and is going to go unlock the safe and load up a shotgun. And it's like, what you kids are doing is about to be dangerous. And we already lost someone tonight. And Rodney, your mom hands you the gun. It's like,
Oh.
keep yourself safe. I'm going to run Karina to the hospital real quick to get her checked out.
Mrs. Baker, if you come near the woods and something like tries to talk to you, just don't answer. Don't answer until you get to the theater, okay? But like, don't come unless you have to.
Huh.
What?
When I was a kid, I was in the woods and something called out to me, and I didn't quite think about it till just now.
Did you call back? Because
No.
I did.
I didn't.
Good.
But all right, you kids, I've never thought about that till just now. And it's just sort of another confirmation that like whatever this narrative is has been shut down.
Hey, Raiders.
Welcome in, Raiders. It's good to see you. We're in the middle of some spooky things.
We've already cried. Don't worry.
We've already cried, and we'll probably cry several more times
Cried.
before this is end. Sphinx, why did you ban Finn? Don't ban Finn. Unban. Unban. Anyways, so yeah, you all head off into the woods, and I think that's about as good a place as any to take our first break for the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna go on a quick 10-minute break. We're gonna sort of try and emotionally reset and recalibrate just a little bit. And we're gonna get some hydration, and we're gonna be back in about 10 minutes. See you soon. everybody, welcome back. We have returned for the second half of The Growing of the Dim, the final episode. The party lost Tristan.
Misplaced.
Tristan. Tristan ran off trying to do silly hero things and ran
And it's fine.
to a lake.
Max and my faces are misplaced.
Well, nobody know
why am I
that.
down there?
No, our faces on the Twitch.
Oh, the overlay are misplaced. Oh, because
we swapped.
I can get that fixed. Nah. I did it.
Thank you.
I fixed it.
Yay!
Now we're good.
Boom.
But yeah, welcome back to the second part of the story. Yes, there was some cosplay shenanigans. It's a very good cosplay. It's a very good Brandy cosplay. Yes, welcome back to the second part of the final episode of The Growing of the Dim. We had already lost one party member because it was dramatically appropriate. And now the group is going into the woods again to the theater to try and banish the darkness. And we'll pick up there. So the group of you are currently at Rodney's place. Your mom just handed you a shotgun and drove off with Karina in the back of the van to the hospital. And I think before she leaves, Lisa just sort of gives you a kiss on the cheek, Rodney, and says, "Be safe."
Yeah. You too.
And she turns away.
I love you.
I love you too. And she just gives you a big hug. She tried to be tough. She couldn't. She just got so soft.
I think we all go in for a group hug unless
Yeah.
Mila disagrees. I think that's a good moment for all of us to kind of get a little
some hug. Hugging time.
I think the hug can get you back a couple points of stability.
Oh, how many is a couple? 2?
Like 2 points of stability.
That was all I said, so yay.
Okay, brag about it.
That means we're going to need them.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, not great.
And
Good kitty.
you can go here into your bed. So the group of you now have walked out of the house after the big group hug and the little bit of a love fest you had, and
I just imagine Rodney's dad's in the house just painting "Not a Care in the Fun World," that the town is burning down. There's been murders.
Your dad is not in the house.
Oh, great. Well,
He might have went to go help.
I
Be
know.
optimistic.
Yeah.
And yeah, your mom, I think, has picked up the phone, is like, "Where are you? What's going on?" And your dad's like, has just explained that he has been helping out with one of the fires downtown, at the theater.
Oh, good.
At the
What a
Grand.
good dude.
Hey, Rodney.
What?
If it makes you feel any better, my dad isn't home either.
Fuck.
Really hopes his mom didn't hear that.
Your mom's like, "I heard that."
Heard what?
It's not too soon. He was kind of an asshole anyways.
Yeah, I figured. Otherwise, he'd be here.
You can have one of mine.
Someone's got a surplus of dads. So you all walk off into the dark towards the forest at night.
Rod, do you actually know how to shoot that thing you're carrying?
Yeah, I've shot a Nerf gun.
All right, so don't actually pull the trigger, but like hold it like this, and he uses the sword. He like props it against his shoulder like that, so the recoil doesn't throw it out of your hand. And you got to keep your knees a little bent so you don't lock them and pass out. Not like a video game. Like still stand up.
No, I'm not.
Ruby will kind of help, like, shift your. I'm not being fresh. Here, shift this leg right there. Okay.
Okay.
And it's kind of hard to miss a big thing like that. So just don't miss.
Just steady your feet. Get this good stance. Do you
At
remember
what point do
anything?
one of you end up taking the gun from Rodney, who does not know how to shoot?
You've got one, right, Eli?
I got the sword.
Maybe you should take the
my gun was I don't think we took it from the house.
Okay, I'll take
No,
the gun.
we took the gun and the mayor, I think,
But if we
confiscated it from
if we did, it was if we had it now, it would be in his car, which fucking Jerry.
Here's my pipe wrench. Oh, you can have the big
I
pipe
forget-
wrench.
Okay.
Or if you can have this chain.
I can shoot the gun. I mean, Eli just said it's not hard.
Okay.
I didn't say that shooting the gun isn't hard. I said that missing with the gun is not hard. But you have to know how to shoot the gun for it to not be hard.
All of you are dancing around the question, but none of you have actually asked Rodney.
Do you want to shoot the gun?
No.
What of these
Okay.
things do you want? We've got a plethora of weapons we
Blunt
shouldn't
force
have.
objects.
I don't know. Anything that's better, and he'll pull out that like switchblade that you had given him, the like Swiss Army knife that you given him before. Anything that's better than this or this screwdriver?
You should keep that like just in case. But
Here's a pipe wrench.
yeah, wrench good.
It's big.
Okay.
It'll
It's big. It's got some heft to it. It could clock
aim for the
someone over head.
kneecaps. If you can take them down, or the head.
I don't think it has kneecaps.
It's 8 foot
Leg?
tall. It'd be a little hard to reach the head.
You can take the legs out. Incapacitated or something.
Yeah,
Sure, yeah.
ideally, none of you will have to actually get near it.
So do you want the gun or the sword?
Keep the gun, Ruby. For
Okay.
now.
My arms are tired.
Yeah,
Hmm.
keep the gun.
You're okay, boo. Kind of pat you on the shoulder. All right.
The
Here's
woods
a
are
sword.
quiet.
Yeah. All right, let's walk faster.
You watch the van go.
Yeah, the van pulls away.
You still
Towards-
have your phone?
And as you pulled into town, they had managed to get a couple of the fires under control, but some of them are still.
The theater?
Yeah.
Walk into the woods, and they are quiet. And you can hear the crunching of the branches as you move through the woods. No animals. No bugs, no insects. No late night bird calls. Just stock silence. And you can just hear like your own labored breaths and the crunching beneath branches beneath your feet as you walk through the woods. You're not quite sure. You don't hear that sound of someone calling your name. That weird twisted noise. You almost expect to hear it, that weird twisted noise sounding like a dog trying to speak to you. But you don't. And it's almost this oppressive feeling that is immediately lightened the minute you step across the threshold of the theater.
Okay.
My
That was
chest
a good
hurts.
choice. I made a good choice. All right. Pull the book out, open it up, lay it out on the grass, grab the flashlight. All right.
Do you want to call her first?
Oh, yeah. Oh shit.
You have a soliloquy prepared.
All right.
I'll put the screwdriver on the stage.
She's not gonna come for a screwdriver, dude. She's like all fancy.
Okay, I don't have much else. Does she want the Swiss Army knife? Do you think she can shoot the gun?
If she's supposed to be your friend, how have you not figured this out by now?
I don't know. I just like I don't give her things that I either steal or like are theater related.
And as you're all having this argument, you turn around and you see her standing, just sort of looking.
Oh,
Oh, hey.
Sort of tilts her head to the side.
okay. I'm just Rodney will just point at the sword. We got it. Can we do the thing here?
She nods.
All right. I
Great.
think
Are you gonna be okay? Yeah, you. I pointed at the lady.
She stops and she thinks for a moment. And she nods.
Okay.
And there's this sense that even though the two of them are connected, she's going to be using as much of her power as possible to be helping you in this moment.
all right. Let's make some runes. And Ruby's gonna busy herself in work so she doesn't have to think about a damn thing.
You've got a pocket knife. You can carve the runes into the outskirts of the top row.
I feel bad, like, if we carve it in, both me as Max and me as Eli, because, like, if we do it in, like, a Sharpie, then we can probably, like, sand it off.
Got my
after
Sharpie.
this is
We can
over.
sand it down. Yeah, I don't think
But if we
wanna
carve
remember-
it in, then we fuck up the historical
unless it has to stay
location.
here forever.
Oh, yeah, that might be a thing.
If
Also,
I
who's to say
promise
there's going to
if-
be a theater after this ritual's done?
That's
Oh,
true.
if there's any means left, we can carve a beautiful design after.
You're right.
I promise. We'll do something to honor her. Okay.
You get to work. I'm
In my
need-
element.
I'm gonna need something. I'm gonna need something from
Who?
you all.
All of us.
Yeah.
Please be mechanics.
Yeah.
I'm
it's
not
gonna.
carving until the last one. Because
Please
I think
impersonate.
Eli is trying to practice the sword because he's gonna have to use it real soon.
Ooh. All right. Give me a sec here.
You know, I took a stage combat class once. I know kind of some things about swords.
Rodney, if I give you this sword and then you die at the hands of the monster that's been stalking me for a decade, I'm going to have to kill myself also. So I'd rather just one of us goes.
I was just saying that I could if you had I don't want this.
I've got it.
He's
Yeah,
gonna show you
you're
some
like-
tricks.
Yeah, no, you're like big and strong and cool and awesome, like handsome and everything, and like I didn't want to like get in like the way of your awesome like hero moment with the sword.
Ruby, I'm going to ask you for some outdoor survival checks.
You got it. It's a 5.
Good enough. Yeah, you do manage to like get. Are you carving or sharpieing?
Carving in case it needs to stay longer.
Okay, yeah, so you get to start work carving these runes around. Rodney, what are you doing to contribute to this?
What were the steps on the sword? It was like carve the runes.
Carve the runes around to get the area prepared so that way it's almost like a trap, like a net.
Mhm.
The center in the center of the space, the sigil that Uhel had initially run into that invites the creature in has to be set up. That ritual has to be performed,
Right.
and then on completion, in order to seal it, the creature's heart must be placed in the center to complete the ritual and seal the space and banish it. It will be weakened once it steps into the circle of the theater, but you do need to welcome it in.
Right. I think before the welcoming in part, because that's a lot right now, I'm going to, I assume Ruby has duct tape in her bag.
Yes.
I'm going to make some kind of impromptu stage lighting with our flashlights just to illuminate the space a bit more than just like being handheld. So I'm going to like tape them up like higher up so that we can actually see without having to hold flashlights.
Okay.
Perfect.
Easily enough. And you do actually have one of those big honkin' mag lights, like the good ones that's got like, so you can stand that one up and then like click it.
Nice.
Did one of you bring like a couple bottles of water?
Eli is
Yeah.
definitely like a one of those the green bottles
Nalgene's?
where the guys always
Oh.
no the hockey guys
The
have them here
Gatorade?
with the orange tops, the
Yeah.
Gatorade reusable bottles, definitely one of those.
I have
That
one
won't quite
Nalgene.
do. But if you had like a clear bottle of water, you can actually stick it next to a flashlight and it illuminates the space a lot better.
Here's my Nalgene.
Camping trick. Yeah, you can set that up next. It's sort of like, it does make it a little bit brighter. The green Gatorade one doesn't quite.
Yeah, no,
Better.
it's solid. That's just what I know he has.
Yeah.
I just know.
So yeah, the bunch of you begin to prepare the space. Ruby finishes the sigils around the outside. The next step is to set up the ritual to invite it in.
Before we do this, can we talk strategy
Yeah, absolutely.
a little?
Maybe you shouldn't be alone in the center. Maybe you with the sword and me with the shotgun in case it takes a bit to kill him.
So it's built like a man, right? It's built like a man,
Would you like the full
but
description?
bigger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Apparently,
guess.
yes.
I
Would you like the
guess,
full description of what you
suppose.
saw?
Yeah.
8 foot tall, human torso, large twisting curled horns, like ram's horns. The torso is human, yes, but the bottom of it seems to be almost brutally stitched on, and the legs are those of a goat.
What about the head?
The head, hard to tell. Some features look as though they could have been human at one point, but they're so twisted and bestial now that any humanity is but a bygone memory.
Out of all the things I thought I would be Googling today, I don't think do goats have an Achilles tendon would be one of those things.
Hello, Raiders.
Welcome in, Raiders from Chromatic Chimera. It's good to see you all.
Do you all know if goats have an Achilles tendon?
I'm on a goat blog right now. It appears that they do have a sort of equivalent that can get rather easily injured, and
Great.
goat owners are not pleased about this. So that's good for us.
Do goats have an Achilles tendon?
Yeah. Okay. So it stands. It's bigger than me, but like.
It's 8 feet tall. It's very tall.
It's not double one of us. It's just bigger than us.
Yes.
And its torso is humanoid, so its heart should be in the same place as ours.
To carve its heart out.
I think we have to stab it in the heart first, so it will die. So what if we got it in, and then I came at it through the back,
Okay.
so it wouldn't see me with the sword. It would come in and it would probably look for who has the sword, and then I could jump out and get it. Maybe, but I don't want it to attack either of you either.
So don't we have to kill it? Does it matter? Like the heart? Maybe I wasn't.
I don't know. What does the sword say? Rodney, what does the sword say? Does it say we have to hit it in the heart?
It says it
If
needs
not,
to be
that would
slain,
be-
and then the ritual needs to be completed with the heart as the center.
Okay.
Because if you kill it and you don't complete the ritual, it will regenerate and it will come back.
Okay. So we can kill it in any way, any sort of stabbing and slashing we please.
Yeah.
So long as the heart is intact after it drops.
Right.
Correct.
It's too tall for us to chop the head off.
What if?
It's not too tall for a shotgun blast to the face.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, but I think only the sword will kill it.
But it can't hurt to take it down some and then finish it off with the sword.
Ruby, you should shoot for its eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can shoot from outside the circle though, right? Like,
yeah.
Is that better? Like distance wise?
As long as the
Randy's never shot a shotgun. I've shot rifles and all sorts of other things. I've never shot a shotgun.
Yeah, I think you'd be fine from a little bit away with it. Because I can't imagine the theater is that wide.
But I might need to be down kind of below it to hit it right up in the face. No, I need to be with you. I'm going in with you.
You could stand on stage. Are we? Is the center of the theater on stage, or is it like kind of down like where the audience seating is?
The center would be the stage.
Yeah. Well.
Because it's an amphitheater style.
So you guys could go up on the where the people sit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, once
yeah.
You'll be closer to its eye level because it's going to have to stand at the lowest point.
Also, how do you know what direction it's coming from?
Yeah. I'm going to stay in the middle with you. I know you don't want me there, but I don't think we can do this alone.
All right.
And I don't want you doing it alone because we need each other for this. Like, we needed Tristan and we need each other for this.
All right. Rodney,
Yeah.
you
I'm
want to
staying
go
here
up
too,
or you
right?
want to stay down here?
I don't want to be by myself.
All right, so the three of us will all face it from down here then.
We do this together.
All right. Let's draw the rune.
Okay.
You know the components? Ruby, did you remember to grab the components, the bones, the ivory?
She's been carrying everything
In her
because we've
backpack?
been mobile.
Everything
We've
has been in the bag. this
Everything.
whole time.
It is
I
a bag. It
Yes.
is. I didn't
It's a
intend for there to be a
JanSport,
bag
there's
of
room.
holding, but there is a bag of holding in this campaign.
I wrote what's in
I
it.
feel like a lot of that stuff is really tiny. Like
The
I could
bones are
find
pretty
half
small.
of it at the bottom of my tote bag right now.
Yeah.
Who knows what's in there?
Who knows?
I figure what does a
Um,
skater kid have in there?
Who is going to set up
So-
the ritual?
I can do that since if you two want to stand ready with your weapons and stuff, I can set up the stuff kind of underneath you, I guess.
All right.
And you did
Yeah.
a good job painting that other one before, right? You did that one on the stage. Like you've got
I did.
the
Yeah,
experience.
because they took set design last year.
I did.
See, you're meant for this.
For this specifically, do I have to be?
For helping.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's all I
I'm going
got.
to ask Rodney, roll me a d6.
A D6.
Mhm.
Just a random D6.
Love when that happens.
How'd it go? Is that a 1?
No, certain associated skill I could possibly have. Would it be humanities? Is that art?
I do intend to double check
You know
it though,
what? I
because
would
this
say
is
that
important.
humanities you can add to it.
Okay, cool. I'll add my 1
Why
point
not?
of humanities. So it's a 2.
Oh god, everything is moving.
I'm stressed.
It is a stressful situation. Actually, Rodney, can you give
Yeah,
me a
what's up?
stability roll real quick?
Buddy,
To
got
try and
this.
steady yourself. I would allow you to add your stability roll to the result of this.
Okay. I got a 4. I'm gonna spend 2 to get up to 6.
Okay. So that's like a total of 8.
Yeah.
You make the first line and you're like, I can't mess this up. I can't mess this up. I can't mess this up. So you take a deep breath and you steady yourself. It almost feels like that butterflies before you get on stage, but like it's that supreme anxiety that turns into more like wasps than butterflies. And that sick feeling in the pit of your stomach, and you're just like, the line was not as straight as you wanted it to be in that moment. And you're just like, deep breath, and then you steady yourself and you're able to turn it around and make the sigil damn near perfect. But of course, like that little Nietzsche perfectionist like part of your brain is just like, everyone's gonna notice this one mistake, but no one's gonna notice this one mistake. It's just you. It's all in your head.
Yeah.
You're fine.
It's always just you.
It's just the tiniest part that's like a little like wiggly.
It's like a little wobbly. It's like just a little
I'm just
wobbly,
like-
and you're just like, But you steadied yourself. You made it happen. You take the bones and you arrange them in the portions of the sigil, and then you place the ivory in the top. And at that, and I think also at the moment where you were beginning to doubt yourself, there you felt a hand on your shoulder, and she smiles at you. You got this. You figure the problem out. You get it solved, and you have a completed sigil in the middle.
Ready?
We have to invite it in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought we had to be in a cabin to invite it in.
This place will do in a pinch. You also had the runes in the middle of town that invited it.
That's true.
It's in a gazebo. Gazebo's close to a cabin.
All
And
right.
It's quiet.
Intermission's over, you sick fuck.
It's
Where are
quiet.
you?
And you can hear that sound of chains rattling and the sound of someone calling out to you, but not like a human voice, but like a dog trying to speak. Oh. Does one of you call back?
Have to, right? We have to call back, right?
You muted.
Here, boy. Good dog.
And there's the sound of heavy branches and footfalls as this thing bull rushes into this space. And there's no real system for initiative in this thing.
Yeah, I was waiting for everybody to roll for initiative.
There's no system for initiative here. So who has preparedness?
I know I do. Hold on. Yes, I do.
I have 3.
Okay. So each of you, spend me 1 point of preparedness, and then tell me
Old.
tell me how this goes down. Tell me what happens. Tell me what your preparedness scores are, and I guess we can use that for initiative.
6.
I have 2.
6, 2, and 3. Okay, so first off is going to be Ruby. What do you do as this thing rushes into the space?
I guess lure it. So try to get it to make sure that it comes in all the way. So like make sure it sees me. So I'll take the gun and kind of, hey, over here, boy, and then kind of back up to make sure it comes at me. And then as soon as I see the white of its eyes, I'm gonna shoot.
Okay, make me a shooting roll.
I don't even want to look at the dice. Okay. Okay, that's a 6.
Heck yeah.
I'll spend my 1 to make it a 7 to extra shoot it.
You get a shot off, and let me just grab this real quick. Something I need to look up. That's it.
It's
That's
real
the one that
stress
we're looking.
consuming.
Okay. It buckles, and you can see you caught it. With that roll, you caught it straight between the eyes, and it hisses and stumbles backwards. And as it enters the space, this entire area lights up with the fireflies, and they begin to swarm this creature.
Go.
Rodney, you're next. What do you do?
Sorry, I'm looking to see if I have any fighting abilities. I do not. I have 0 abilities that are for fighting.
What do you have? Tell me what you got on your sheet.
I have filch, fleeing, health, hiding, infiltration, preparedness, sense trouble, shrink, instability. That's all I got.
Nice.
That isn't, an investigative ability. Impersonate?
I mean, tell me what you want to do. Just tell me what Rodney wants to do in this moment. We'll work with this.
I think Rodney kind of is half hiding behind Eli at the moment. But I don't think he really wants to move from there. I just think he's gonna throw this screwdriver at the thing.
Yeah, roll me a d6.
Okay, I'll do that.
Tell me how this works.
I got it too.
You roll it, and it just sort of like plunks off the chest a little bit.
Hey, you suck.
Nice. Okay, so I'm just checking that out. Okay. Now I know how hit points work in this game. I'm learning this as I go. What has life come to if not Go to Anatomy research?
We have to know.
If you could see my screen right now.
It's just like a zoomed in image of a goat.
It's more like a mountain goat, so it's kind of beefier.
Oh, thick.
Did you just say that the goat man is thick?
No.
Because you're right.
I right? Oh, good to know.
Anyways. I'm crying. On the inside. Rodney, Eli, it's your turn.
Right. So,
It's
given my
stumbling.
research,
It's swarming with fireflies. A screwdriver just bounced off of it.
Yeah. So I would like to slash at like the front of one of its legs, whichever leg is closer to me. My goal is to open some arteries.
Okay. This is going to be a scuffling roll.
I got scuffling.
Yeah.
I picked up a d20. That is not the one in this game.
No.
Yay! I got a natural 6, and I will spend 3 to make a 9.
Okay. That sword slices right into it. The shotgun was able to blind it temporarily, but that sword did a lot of damage. It begins to sort of gush this black ichor that just is this foul smelling fluid as it just it roars and hisses, and it tries to it's blinded, so it's trying to stumble backwards out of this space, but the fireflies have sort of discombobulated it and it does not know which way to go. It looks very hurt. And it is going to take one of its hands and it's going to slash sort of blindly. None of you are close enough, I think, at this point to get it, so it's trying to stumble towards you and slash.
Can I just give everybody this, this motion?
Just to be quiet?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. That is not enough for it to understand where you all are and actually make purchase. That is its turn, and we're back to Ruby.
All right. I'm assuming it's got a double barrel, so I can click and do clear the shot and put the next one in, and here we go. That one's a 4.
Okay. With a 4, you catch it in the shoulder, but it doesn't seem to do any sort of noticeable damage. Fun fact, in this game they have things called hit thresholds, and if you do not hit above that hit threshold, it does not do anything. The hit threshold for this creature is 4.
I had no more points to spend.
The sword negates that hit threshold.
Heck yes, it does.
Good to know.
Go sword. Go sword. Ruby cusses loudly. Oh no, and then she's like, oh, I need to be quiet. And that's it.
It begins to clear its eyes, and it makes this sort of these eyes that are just sort of burning red embers inside. I'm going to need all of you to make me a stability check.
Okay. Oh crap, that's a 1, so I will add to it 5. So that makes a 6.
6, and Rodney, what you get?
I'm gonna add 2 to get to a 6.
Number of the beast.
Number of the beast for the beast, and
oh yeah, take a drink. I should have another drink.
Okay.
Thanks for the hydrate.
You all feel rattled in this moment. And this thing is large and it is scary. But you sort of managed to steel yourself, but if only just steel yourself. Um, and then you all. Next up is Rodney. What are you doing?
So my screwdriver technique didn't really do anything.
No.
So
there were other things that you could use if you like. If you would like a suggestion.
Yes.
If you spend a point of preparedness, I could say that you set up some sort of trap for it with your outdoor survival.
Can I drop some chandelier on it from a height?
Ruby would have had some rope if you wanted to set up a snare to try and bring it down.
Yeah. I would love to do that.
Make me an outdoor survival roll.
Okay.
It's paracord, but it'll do.
Yeah, paracord's just fine. Enough to make a leg snare.
I'll spend 1 to make that a 4.
Absolutely. That's enough. And at that moment, there's that snap sort of remembrance that, oh crap, this is something that I did. And you pull, and the leg goes out from underneath it, sort of bending in a weird way because this is a goat leg. It's not like a human leg. So it kind of like bends sideways a little bit and it falls, dropping to one backwards inverted knee. It's weird. And that is your turn. It is up to Eli.
So the creature is like on a knee currently.
Yeah.
So you would say that perhaps its height has been decreased in this.
Correct. It's closer to 5 feet.
I'm going for the neck. I'm going for the neck with the sword.
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
Is it scuffling? Right? Yeah.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. As for, you've got a pack of shells with you, probably about 6 shots, Ruby.
Cool. Thank you.
I rolled a 1, so I'm gonna spend 4 scuffling points to make it a 5.
Okay. It is looking extremely weathered at this point. And it is going to reach out with one of its claws and swipe at you because you have been slashing at it with the sword. You're going to take 3 points of health damage.
How many points do I have?
Should be on your character sheet.
Oh, I forget that it's just like
under
a
general.
skill. How many did you
Yeah.
say? 3?
Actually, you know what? Let's see how this works. Yeah, it would be 3 out of your total health points.
Okay, cool. I am okay.
But this creature is looking extremely rough at this point. And the group of you, next up is going to be Ruby.
Okay. Yeah.
What do you do?
I'm gonna try to shoot it again. So
Okay.
pop a shell.
Make me a shooting check.
Close my eyes as I throw the dice. Oh, that's better. Okay, that's a 6.
Okay. With the 6, you catch it on the side of the head, and one of the horns breaks off, and it like that sort of same black ichor begins to sort of ooze down, and that is it. And next up would be Rodney.
Can I guess with the wrench that I have, just like run up and basically just hit it right where its horn used to be, like right where Ruby blasted it off, like slam it right into there.
Sure. Make me roll me it would be a flat D. You don't have scuffling.
Nope.
Roll me a flat D6. You hit it, and it sort of backhands you, and you get knocked backwards. It rolled a 6. So that's 6 points of health damage to you.
Okay. It's like theoretically, like, you know, not that I have, because I haven't. What would happen if you get to 0 health points? I'm at 2.
Okay.
But
if you
hypothetically, what if?
With that much damage to your being, you will need to go to a hospital.
Okay.
If you
Our
hit 0,
moms are both nurses.
if you hit 0, you're done. But you're at 2 hit points right now, and it's going to take you a while to convalesce from this. Your back goes and hits one of these benches, and you feel your leg crack as well, and bend maybe in a way it shouldn't as you land.
Just before opening night.
It can get you palazzo pants to wear over the cast.
Okay.
Dying.
That is Rodney.
I'm
Eli.
gonna die.
I am going to follow in the same suit and just try to stab through that horn broken off
Okay.
opening on the side of its head.
Give me some scuffling.
Yes. Okay. So the die either really likes me or hates me today because I just keep rolling 1s and 6s and nothing in between. So I have a 6 and I'm gonna keep it.
Okay.
Good.
Just flat 6.
I have one more scuffling point. Y'all want me to use it or you want me to save it?
Use it.
All right, then 7.
Describe to me how you finish this creature off.
So Eli sees Rodney go in, thinks that it's a good idea, and is very proud, and then watches it go very wrong as this creature that's been haunting his nightmares actively for a decade chucks his friend like off into the audience seats. He hears the leg crack and goes, absolutely not, and is like overcome with like the testosterone rage and grabs it by the other horn and stuffs the sword through its head.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. So yeah, this thing screams this horrible, almost inverted howl, and it crumples to the ground, and the fireflies coalesce around its body. You
Heart.
have one more thing to do.
Quickly, Ruby, or Brandy, does Ruby have anything in medic?
Yes. So Ruby will go up and take out her knife and which she was using and just dig in to get the heart.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got some medic too, so I can help with that.
Each of you can roll me some medicine for that.
Right.
Okay.
Working together.
8. Put all my points on it.
I'll spend 2, so I have 4.
Okay, yeah, between the two of you, there's this sickening crack as you spread the ribs and you pull this heart out. And it is about the same size as an elk heart.
Deja vu.
And you take this bloody black mess and you place it on the center of this ritual circle that you have created. And the fireflies begin to swirl and coalesce around this terrible black heart as it begins to disintegrate into ash and float into the air. It seems you were successful.
Is the lady still there?
You don't see her. Rodney, you are very hurt right now.
Yeah, I think that's
Rodney.
where Eli is going immediately.
Well, does your phone have any signal?
Mine?
No, you don't have a phone.
Here, I'll take mine out.
Yeah,
Do I
that's what I
have
meant.
signal?
1 bar.
It's okay. It's okay, Rodney. Don't say anything. I'm gonna take out my I've got like some flannel pieces that I use for just this purpose, and go and just like start like mopping up blood and like doing my best teenager. I wish I knew what the hell I was doing.
Yeah,
Make
how
me some
bad is the
medicine.
leg break?
It looks like a compound fracture.
I just got a 3.
Wait. I know how to do this. I've seen this happen to guys before. I fucking play hockey. I need a stick. Like a straight stick.
You use the
What?
sword. Do we still have the sword, or is it gone?
We can't use the sword. It's like sharp. You could hurt him.
Oh.
Is the screwdriver?
You're
No, it's not
going
easily enough you're able to find a stick. And in fact,
Stick.
as after this thing is dead on the ground and everything turns to ash, it sounds like the force comes back to life.
Hey.
But so
Okay.
there should be sticks. Seriously.
Yeah, you
here's a
find
stick.
a stick
This
that's
is-
long and easy enough to.
There's some flannel
into.
pieces we can use to tie.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like Eli will be the buff guy in a horror movie and just take his shirt off and,
And at
use
this
it to
point,
tie it up.
you hear some rustling and some the sound of footsteps running through the woods.
Oh God, there's another one. I'm gonna die.
Like
I'm gonna die.
Ruby
got
just
it, we
like
got it, we
cocks-
got it.
gets, like loads the shotgun
Die.
Just
just in case.
hold still, bite this. I'm gonna put my wallet in Rodney's mouth.
Then I'll stand guard, ready.
And I'm gonna try to like straighten his like leg out over this like makeshift thing. Becca, please.
Roll me medicine.
Okay. 3.
There's a crack. And Rodney, you feel a lot of pain right now. Unsure if that actually helped you. That rustling and that running begins to get closer.
Right. Just standing there waiting for it.
I'm gonna get up and grab the sword and stand next to her on guard.
Just standing
I'm
over
gonna-
Rodney.
I'm gonna lay in the fucking seat, crying.
You see a light come over top of the edge of the amphitheater, and standing on the top is Lisa.
Oh, thank
We need you. Rodney's
Rodney?
hurt.
He's alive. He's alive. He's alive. His leg is just fucked. I tried to do it. Len taught me, but it's been a few
Can we
years.
carry him out of here?
Am I gonna be okay? How am I gonna
She sort of
play
starts
Mr.
to look around,
Monopoly with a broken leg?
She rushes down. She's got a first aid kit in her hand. And she begins to look at you, Rodney. You have several broken ribs and your leg is busted. And your mom's like, okay, honey, this is going to hurt a lot, and I'm very sorry about that.
Okay.
And there's another crack as she puts the leg back into, like, the bones back into place.
525,600. 525.
She rolled a
Ruby's gonna-
5, and she's gonna add like
It's
4
so
points of
weird.
medicine to that, so it's gonna be a 9. And she's just sort of sitting there with all of you in this space. There's more help coming. I think I called some of the local fire rescue. They should be on their way here. And she looks, and the creature that you all had destroyed is no more. There's just a
Is the
black spot.
horn that we cut off there?
There's still a horn, yes. You get a souvenir.
Oh yeah.
Ruby's gonna pull out a joint and light it and just be like, Rodney, this will help.
My mom's right there.
Actually, take it. It's fine.
Yes.
At that
It's-
point, the woods around you
Hurts to breathe.
begin to illuminate with fireflies. Not protecting, but just present. Almost as though what was holding them back, what was holding them at bay, is gone. And eventually more people come. And Rodney, you're carried out of the forest on a stretcher.
Mm.
Your mom is holding your hand the entire time. And unfortunately, your understudy's gonna have to be the one to do the play.
No, I won't let that happen. There has to be another way.
There's no reason Romeo can't use one of those little scooter things. There's no reason.
There's no reason.
Plenty of reason the artist integrity.
I'm gonna start-
Mr. Chris is wanted is there to be ruined.
Fuck Mr. Chris. My second order of business is to deck him in the face. I hate that guy.
But with that, the fireflies have returned. And the town seems to be at peace. The fires are put out. People are taken to hospital. And tell me what each of you tells me. Tell me what a normal life without this stress looks like for you.
Ruby, first of all, goes to tell Tristan's dad. Like, she feels like that's something she needs to do. And then after that, she kind of thinks like she has 3 dads. She kind of adopts Tristan's dad as the last piece of Tristan she has left. And so she spends a lot of time there. And she learns to drive.
Oh. What does it look like for each of you?
Before I even go back home after this ordeal, Eli has to make sure that the rink didn't burn down in a fire.
The damage is severe, but it's not so bad that it can't be repaired.
He'll take it.
Crap, I'm blanking on the name.
Len.
Len has some smoke damage, like some smoke inhalation problems, because he had to go in and he tried to save like your championship banner and the trophy that was in there.
Me.
But Len is okay, and he did manage to get your trophy out for you. And your MVP medal. He was trying to preserve the history, the hockey history of the town. Don't
Do not
perceive.
look at me.
Do not perceive.
Do not look at me. Eli owes Rodney a rent, technically as many rents as he wants.
I think we
And
all do that together.
Rodney is in the hospital and there is a VHS player in his hospital room. So while Rodney is convalescing in the hospital, you're all more than welcome
To watch Rent.
to watch Rent while
I
the
think we
morphine
sleep
wears
there.
off.
Like, I know Ruby would want to be with you guys and not want to leave Rodney at all. Like, at least for the first few nights.
Yeah, I think Eli would camp there too.
Yeah.
For a little while.
Rodney, you're up.
Yeah. I mean, I'm at the hospital for probably a solid bit.
You have to go through a couple different surgeries to get your leg back
Yeah.
together.
It's probably just like a lot of like asking if it'll ever be good again, asking if it'll be good enough to dance, it'll be good enough to go like for his future on Broadway. And then just like hanging out with his friends, watching a very sad musical when he already feels really sad. And then like probably if Lisa comes by at some point being like, I have friends.
I know you do, honey. She gives you a pat on the cheek. I know you do. They're good friends. They let you watch Rent so many times. I've only had to move 3 of your neighbors because of how much Rent you watched.
It's not that
Hi, Raiders.
bad. It's a good musical. It's definitely not sad, especially the parts that are about, dying of sickness. It's totally fitting for a hospital.
Yeah. And there is a metal plate in your leg, but eventually it does heal. It does take some time and some rehabilitation, but thankfully healthcare is free.
Oh, right. We're in Canada.
The real fantasy of
God.
RPG.
Oh, that's so nice.
We graduate.
You do graduate.
Oh, I don't get to walk at
And
graduation.
Rodney, you don't get to walk across
will
the stage. You
carry
get to use
you,
one of those
buddy.
rolly things to get across the stage.
We go together.
But yeah, you all walk up. And graduation happens. Graduation comes and goes. And it's not a summer vacation now, it's just your life. And every night on the edge of the woods, you could see fireflies. Here to stay. And that's where we're going to end this game. Or maybe not. Deep in the woods, somewhere near the dark heart, in the center is a circle of stones. Laying in the circle, a human figure. Not still, unmoving. There is a slight rustling, a catch of breath, a deep inhalation as Tristan Cove sits up. That's where we're going to end this series.
Let's go!
Thank you everybody for stopping by. Thanks everyone for the raids. Welcome in TPK Roleplay. Thank you Chromatic Chimera. And thank you so much we had Play Nerd Allies come in for another raid. Thank you everybody for stopping by. And I hope you enjoyed this story that I've been telling for the past 6 episodes. I have been your GM, Anita, your storyteller for this evening, and for the past several evenings. You can find me here most times. You can find me here tomorrow morning for morning ritual. And we're going to start planning out our next season of actual plays. And who knows, this might become an anthology series. If folks would like to be back. But yes, that's me. I'm going to turn it over to the best part of this, which is my players. And we're going to go in opposite order. We're going to start with the lovely, the incredible Kind Ranger, or B.
Hey y'all. That was a run. I'm B. You can find me as Kind Ranger out on the Twitter worlds and the like. I hope I've got a couple of actual plays coming up. I'm looking forward to some Kids on Brooms. So just keep it peeled.
Yeah.
Things are cooking. And hopefully I'll be around.
Yeah. Next up, we've got Becca.
Hello, I've been Becca. You can find me on most places as Cool Armadillo, either without a zero as the final O or not. You can also find me at my podcast, which is Unlikely Adventurers, where we make me and my co-host Macy make really bad D&D characters. And I don't know, hopefully I'll be getting more into the like actual play kind of sphere. This is the first one that I've ever done. It's I cried so many times.
And you
I had
did. You did an amazing job.
Oh, stop! I'm gonna cry again.
Last but not least, the big fish, the biggest fish.
Best fish.
Max, take it away.
I am Max. You can find me anywhere that I want you to find me on the internet at Arcane Goth, and I am, for the first time in many, many months, a free agent until December. In December, I'll be doing some holiday horror with TTRPG, but until then, I have nothing. So please come at me. I run stuff.
Heck yeah. But yes, thank you all so much for and I'll do a quick little outro. Vin or Vinvox VO, you can find him all over the place as that. He does a couple actual plays, but check out their Twitter to find out exactly where you can find Vin. I'm just going to quickly throw that link in chat so that way we've got that. Vin is a voice actor and sometimes streamer, so give Vinvox VA a follow on the internets. But until next time, we are going to go on a raid. We're going to spread some love over to... let's spread some love over to our friends over at Vancouver by Night. We're going to go say hi to them and spread some love in that direction. Thank you all so much for stepping in. This has been like a labor of love for me. This is the story that I've wanted to tell for a long time based on my childhood, and you all made me cry several times, but I love you all. And until next time, everybody, stay out of the forest. Bye, everyone.